Hey YouTube, how's it going? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Steven. For those of you that do, welcome back. And for those of you that have been here, hajimemashite, yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Alright, shut up, you weeaboo. If you guys are here right now in my video, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. And I'm planning to upload these videos. So today's February the 12th. And I'm planning to upload this tomorrow or Thursday because it's Valentine's Day. And I wanted to wish you guys a happy Valentine's Day first and foremost. I hope that you're enjoying it with your beloved, and if you're a dude, hope you're enjoying it with your boo and your bae. I mean, I think that goes hand in hand, right? Those are unisex terms, but yeah, I hope that you're enjoying your Valentine's Day. And I'm doing a story actually, and normally the setting's different, so I'm normally playing games and stuff. So yeah, by process of elimination, I'm doing a story or an update, but I did an update 2 weeks ago. Stop talking fast. And since it's Valentine's Day, it's gonna be about love, you know, and it's about, I guess, when I dropped the ball back in my senior year, when I think I fell in love with a girl back in my senior year of high school. And it's gonna be a two-parter because it ended up being like 34 minutes long, the raw recorded unedited video that I did and all that. Before I get into part one of this story, make sure you guys hit that like button and support this channel, support this video. And I hope that you guys hit the like button for love, and in the comment section below tell me why you love the dude that you love, or why you love the girl that you are with right now, and all of that. And also tell me some love stories and stuff like that. Like I'm a sucker for all of those stories, and I'd greatly appreciate if you let me in on a bit of your guys' love stories and stuff. And also hit the subscribe button if you want to be a part of this family with me, and if you make me want to feel less alone and stuff. But yeah, and also hit the notification bell so you can get alerts from me immediately from when I come out with new content. Alright, so here comes part one. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, bye.
Perfect.
So if you've been following me for the duration of the lifetime of my channel, you remember me dropping like 2 videos on this story that I told you guys about. It was about this girl I met at a wings place. Like, she was one of the most gorgeous people I've ever seen in my life, inside and out. So I was legit interested in her, proper interested in her, and wanted to ask her out on a date. But I couldn't do it because I was suffering from something called, I'm gonna call drop the ball syndrome, you know? And pretty much what that entails is like, number one, you're super insecure with a lot of things, like, oh my god, I'm so afraid of being rejected, and I didn't want to deal with that pain, and I'm gonna stuck with this pain for the rest of my life. My broken heart will never be healed, you know, stuff like that. And also like, oh my gosh, I look so terrible. I'm so freaking fat. I look like a Michelin man, and I'm like I got some gross ass nose. My nose looks like a shotgun, and I got yellow teeth and stuff like that. Pretty much, I'm so super ugly, you know. That's pretty much what it entails. And like another detail I guess I'd say is like, you want to be ready for something. Like, I'm not gonna go out on dates until I'm ready, or you want to be good at something pretty much, but you couldn't advance with it because you suck right now. And the only way you get good at something or be ready to deal with something is by preparing and putting your reps in, right? Like, that's pretty much how you get good at something, in short. And as far as dropping the ball syndrome, or I'm gonna also call this like torpeitis, and if you're Filipino or you speak Spanish, the root word of that is torpe, and torpe is clumsy in Spanish, or a dork, right? But yeah, dropping the ball syndrome, pretty much you're insecure about a lot of things. You're insecure about many things about yourself. That's why you're preventing yourself from making the jump in whatever it is you want to make a jump on. So in my case, obviously, there's a love story, and there was one instance in my life where I almost overcame this torpeness, or torpeitis, and dropping the ball syndrome. And the cure is, again, to do whatever it is that you need to do, and put your mind into it, and just move forward, you know? Move forward from whatever happens, whether you get rejected or get accepted by whatever it is you're trying to gain approval of, or whatever girl you're trying to court. So me, as far as my insecurities are concerned, I'm like, oh my goodness, you're so ugly and all of that, and you're not interesting enough. You don't have much of a life outside of of class and video games and your friends and all that. Like pretty much deceiving myself and telling myself some lies and believing in them as well. And also getting afraid of being rejected, obviously, thinking of being stuck with that pain for the rest of your life as well, and all of that. But anyway, there was one time where I almost overcame this torpe syndrome, and this was my senior year in high school. So backstory a little bit on myself still. So I moved here to the US with my family. And the state that we moved to was Vermont. And it was really cold. It's really cold there right now. It's like New England. That's why I'm a fan of the Celtics, the Patriots, and the Red Sox. That's besides the point. The region of champions city. But yeah, we moved to Vermont back when I was 11 years old, and my last 4 years there were my high school years. And the high school I went to was Champlain Valley Union High School, CVU for short, as we call it. So if you went there, if that's your alma mater, high school alma mater, hit me up in the comment section below. Say go Red Hawks, because that's the school mascot. So yeah, go Red Hawks. Let's go. So anyway, when we came in, I'm in the class of 2013, and there was like some snarky remarks going on with our upperclassmen, and the one that stood out to me was like how they were talking about the girls in my graduating class. So they were talking about how I can best describe the conversation as like take off these glasses because of the glare. How they pretty much described the girls in the class of 2013 was, dog, your class is like the 2000 NBA draft class. Like your girls are just the 2000 NBA draft class. And if you follow basketball like I do, the 2000 draft class is one of the worst draft classes ever in NBA history, if not the worst. So they're pretty much insulting all the girls in our class, objectifying the women like that. But that's the best way I could put it. But among them, there was a diamond in the rough. We're gonna call this lady Sophia again. I'm gonna keep identities a secret because I don't want to get found out, and I don't want you guys bothering them, whoever of you are watching here. So the one diamond in the rough for me and for a lot of us was Sophia. And if I could describe Sophia really quick right now, she's super humble. I think to a fault she might be super humble, because like she's almost self-deprecating at times when it comes to that humility. And another thing is she's pretty down to earth, and she's just fun to be around with pretty much. Like I just like being around her, you know? That's the best way I could put it. Also, like if I had to describe her looks, I'd say she looks like Victoria Justice. Like whenever I see Victoria Justice, the girl I think of is Sophia and all that. And also there was chatter among the class of my freshman class. Like my classmates were like talking about Sophia and making snarky remarks about her. Like, oh my god, dude. That booty though is so nice. I'm gonna eat that up. That nice, big, athletic, plump, scrumptious booty. You know? Me personally, I'm not necessarily gonna disagree with the way that they describe her physical appearance, because she is pretty. I don't think she's that thick, but she's got a nice enough body. She's athletic and stuff like that.
You need to shut the up.
Yeah, so that's one thing I found out about her during my freshman year, and I never really thought much of going out with girls, because I was pretty stuck to the mindset where, again, like torpe syndrome incoming, dropping the ball syndrome, is I'm more focused on getting my work done, and I'm not gonna think about dating girls until I turn 18 and stuff. And eventually, obviously, that changed, but yeah, so I had this mindset in my mind, and I also found out that Sophia was going out with a dude we're gonna call Scott Disick, and it's from Shelburne. The reason why I call him that is because Scott Disick looks hella rich, and he looks like a freaking douchebag and comes off as a douchebag. Call himself, his freaking Instagram handles like "Let the Lord be with you," like he's calling himself the Lord Disick, you know. I got to know Scott Disick at the end of my high school life, and he actually happens to be one of a very funny dude, and he's actually pretty chill. So if I called you a douchebag, Scott Disick, I don't mean that. That was just my first impressions of you. And obviously impressions change over time. So anyway, I never really interacted with her that much over my freshman year and then the next 2 years as well. And if I was going to describe or annotate what our interactions were like prior to actually meeting my senior year in the class was, I remember there was, we shared the same study hall. Yeah, we shared the same study hall. And I was sitting at the back and she was sitting 2 rows in front of me. And then I was working on like an assignment. I was using a school laptop, doing whatever schoolwork there was, and playing games. And I was like on LeBron James' Wikipedia page and all stuff, and that as well. Sorry, speak English, damn it. And she was sitting 2 rows in front of me. So I happened to notice her there. I'm like, oh shoot, it's Sophia. And then I scanned her from head to toe, noticed that booty that everyone was talking about. I'm sorry, Sophia, if this is embarrassing you. But yeah, and I noticed I scanned her twice. And the second time I scanned her, he happened to make eye contact. And the eye contact was quick, but at the same time it was prolonged to the point where there was a bit of a spark. Like, I stared at her for a bit. Like, I don't know how long it was, like 3 seconds or something. And that happens, I remember, more than at least 2 more times before we actually met in my senior year. I remember one time going to the library after having lunch. I just went to go to the computer because I wanted to do some more schoolwork, and I could only do it through a school computer. And then as soon as I left, I noticed Sophia again, and then she actually turned her back and looked at me, and it was a quick gaze again. And I'm like, oh shoot, I think she's looking at me. But I only realized that now, but back then I probably didn't notice that. So yeah, before senior year comes around, I actually checked out my classes and stuff. We got this thing called Moodle on the internet. That's pretty much like our school database setup or whatever. It's like the equivalent of Blackboard for you ASU students. ASU shout out. So I was just checking out my class and checking out the rosters to see who I'm going to be taking my class with, if I know anyone. So the class that we shared was computer programming. So I checked the roster, scroll down, I see my boy Kevin, and introducing Kevin. Kevin is one of my homies. Like, I consider him a brother still. And I'm only gonna call him Kevin because Kevin Durant, as you all know, is associated with a certain reptile. Because and I call Kevin because he kind of pulled some snake moves on me at the end of the school year as well. Even though I consider you a brother still, Kevin, I'm just saying, I thought you pulled a snake move on me at the end of the story, kind of. So anyway, yeah, I saw Kevin and I'm like, yeah, my head. That YG song popped up in my head. Pulled down some more, and I see one girl. There's only one girl taking this class, and it happens to be Sophia. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And I've also known in the past that she was interested in like science and all that, science and technology. Like, she ain't like other girls like that. Like, there weren't a lot of girls in CV who were interested in becoming engineers and pursuing that craft and that trade and all that. So I found that interesting, and that's something we shared in common too, because I took software engineering in college, and she took, I think, electrical engineering. So I found out that she was taking class, so I'm like, okay, that's interesting, and it'd be fun to actually meet her now. And because, like, there's been this talk over the past couple of years about her, and I'm kind of excited that I'm actually going to finally meet her. So the first day of that class comes around, and Mr. McGuire, the teacher, we're going to call him, asked us, to do the typical introduction first day stuff. And the specific ones that we did was like, state our name, favorite movie, and why. So Mr. McGuire goes, my name's Mr. McGuire. My favorite movie is Spinal Tap, and I forgot the exact reason why. Then it comes around to Sophia, and she introduces herself. Hi guys, my name's Sophia, and my favorite movie is, remember this specifically, and I don't know if I'm gonna set up her lights and alert her and stuff, but I remember her favorite movie was, and probably still is, Pride and Prejudice or A Walk to Remember. So, and I forgot the reasons why. So she goes her turn, goes to Kevin, I forgot what movie he says, and then my turn comes up. So when I introduce myself, I'm like, hey guys, my name's Steven Garcia. My favorite movie is The Godfather because I like gangster movies. And then I hear a and it wasn't a dude's giggle, because if a dude giggled, it'd probably be like, and I had known the fact that there was only one girl who was taking this class, which was Sophia. So I'm like, I found that interesting. Did she just laugh at a stupid reason as to why I like a movie? Like, I mean, I was half joking. Is she laughing at like my joke or something? So I'm like, I kept that in the Rolodex in my brain, you know. So the first day comes and goes, and I don't remember what else happens after that. I remember later in the week, I already had my driver's license, and I drove to school that day. I could drive from home and stuff. And I remember I got in my car, plugged my iPod in, and got ready to go. Played my music and got ready to get out of school. But before that, I glanced to my right, and I look up and I'm like, is that Sophia? And I'm like, suddenly my heart starts to pound. Like, I don't know why. So as soon as I got home later that day, I go to my laptop and Google like my heart's pounding really fast, and I already know why like my heart was pounding really fast, but I want to confirm for some reason. I'm like, why is my heart beating fast after like staring at a girl or something? And it's like, oh dude, I think you like her, you have a crush on her, possibly you're in love with her or something. So I'm like, okay. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to the end of this video, and I hope that you enjoy the first part of me telling this story to you guys about me dropping the ball in high school my senior year about asking a girl out. And as far as part 2 is concerned, I don't know when I'm going to drop that because I didn't expect the workload to be this bad, and I find it super daunting, and I'm going to need some rest on Friday. And originally I was going to upload this on Valentine's Day. Like right now it's actually the 15th, like it's 2:30 in the morning and I'm running short on sleep. But yeah, I do it for you guys again, and I just like doing this despite the fact that I'm super tired. But yeah, I think you guys should expect part 2 next week, and it's definitely going to be the conclusion because I only got a few parts left to do. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Again, hit the like button for love, and also hit the comment section below and tell me about your guys' love story and all that, and why you love your boyfriend or girlfriend and how you met, stories. And also hit the subscribe button if you want to be a part of this family with me, and I greatly appreciate that if you do. And I'd love to have more family members in the family for lack of a better term. And hit the notification bell as well if you want to get alerts from me immediately and all that. Now it's 2:30 again, and let me catch some sleep. I'll see you guys in the next video. So I'm out. My name is Steven, and I hope you enjoy your day, alright? Later.